Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today we're going to talk about part 2 of chapter 20 in the main campaign of Dragalia Lost. As always, I will give a small summary and then I will just talk about my own opinion of the chapter. So in this chapter we get a lot of new infos which are really cool, and I feel like it's setting up a lot of interesting upcoming stuff. So it starts with Nefrik, Zephyr, Valix and Jinlorda being like almost at the top of the world tree. Was it world tree? Life tree? I forgot what its name was, because they want to get to the Darn chart on top of it. But there's a barrier, and apparently they only kidnapped Zephyr because they want to dispel the barrier. Although Zephyr doesn't have any dispel skills, but I don't, it just makes no sense, but whatever. But anyway, so Zephyr's like, no, you know what, okay, just I will heal you out, tell me everything, and maybe I'll dispel the barrier. So she wants to know the truth, because apparently it's completely canon that she went back in time to meet Ilya and everyone, so she knows that what the church is telling us can't be really true, and Nefrik is saying, hey look, not everything is true, so she gets confirmation from Nefrik, so of course she's intrigued by what he has to say, and then he starts telling us that he is in fact the kid, the Aurelius kid that died because of the worm scale, and then we just jump to Juden because of course we're not getting the infos right away. So Gatov tells the gang why Nefrik needs Zephyr, because he talks about the barrier. He then says, yo, even if they go through the barrier with Zephyr, don't worry, we can go there through too, because we have Senna. And no, wait, that was Nat. I think Nat said, we have Senna, we're fine. Gatov is like, I don't know about that. We'll use Sheila, because Sheila, and that's the interesting part, is basically the same as Juden. She nearly died, and Finnlorda kept her alive by using some of the other's flesh, but sadly it didn't go as planned, and her body is still corrupted. That's or her soul is still corrupted. That's why she has no emotions and can't talk. And because apparently of the lingering other power in Sheila, she can also dispel the barrier, and the reason for that we'll learn later. And then it goes back to Nefrik, and now it's interesting. So basically, he died, and the dead body of the child killed by the worm scale was brought to a fairy, to the fairies. And then suddenly, Nedrik's soul, I guess, returned to the mana of the world, and the body was supposed to be used to research shapeshifting, I guess. And his soul was drifting around when he heard a voice. The voice was Bahamut, as it turns out, and basically he formed a pact, or basically forced Nefrik to have a pact with him, which helped, which revived Nefrik. And I think I hope I don't misremember this, because it's been a few hours since I read it. I'm recording this after work. So apparently he came back to life and didn't have the worm scale anymore because he didn't have the dragon blood anymore. Editing Quitte here, it was quite the opposite, because his body was full of the dragon's power. He got rid of the worm scale. I am an idiot. I misunderstood the word replete. I'm sorry. I'm a dumb German. Schnitzel, that's all I know. Sorry. Now continue back to me, past me. So he was raised in the fairy kingdom with Bahamut inside of him. So basically Bahamut was sealed away in the other world by someone and chose Nefrik as a host. And Nefrik, if you remember, like in the last chapter, wasn't in the first part of the chapter, Nefrik was absorbing mana. He's doing that to feed Bahamut because of their pact, and so he wants to redo the pact to get rid of that and basically use Bahamut's power and despair to get stronger, to fight the person that sealed away Bahamut and that Nefrik also wants to fight. So interesting stuff. And the reason why Nefrik looks so emo as he does is because he has Bahamut inside of him and needs to feed him mana, so that's why he doesn't look like Juden, for example. So Zephyr is like, okay, that sounds cool, takes down the barrier, and well, because the source of the barrier is the other, apparently, and Zephyr can remove the barrier by praying because she once was possessed by the other, and that's probably why Xena and Sheila should be able to dispel the barrier too. So something is closing up on Yuden and the gang. We get a scenery change. Jin Lorda and his fairies attack. Jin Lorda for some reason knows not. I guess not for some reason, of course. He's the son of the man who forced her to go to Yuden and all. And Jin Lorda is like, yo, go home. I don't want you here. Of course, the gang says, no, we stay here. Then the Agato arrive and they're all completely silent because apparently the power of the masks got reinforced, so they're stronger now and kind of mindless, and you just want to bash in some heads, I guess. And I'm confused why Tartarus is still alive. I'm pretty sure Cleo blasted his butt away, but okay. So they fight, and a really cool fight starts where you actually fight all of the Agato. I think the pattern should be the legend fights, actually. And you fight all of them in a row. Like, you start with Volk, and they're pretty dang easy though. Like, they're extremely easy. And apparently, here's a really good tip. Apparently, the very hard stage of this fight isn't too difficult, and you can apparently very easily farm Agato materials there. I'm gonna have to check that out myself, but I saw some screenshots and it looks really good. So apparently you can actually farm it there. Cygames continues to kill co-op in this game. Cool. So it was really cool, a cool fight, and after that, Yuden's like, yo, Jin Lorda, I don't want to fight you. Then Natrick joins in, everyone's fighting, and, well, suddenly someone arrives and defeats all of the Agato by himself, and Natrick and Jin Lorda are just like, we'll just leave, and they just go. And do you want to know who that man is? Well, it's Aurelius, I think. Or we'll learn later that he calls himself Audric. But before that, Yuden meets up with Zethia, and she actually talks about that time where she was in the past, like I mentioned earlier. So she decided to dispel the barrier because of the knowledge of that time. Then suddenly she got sucked into a portal just right out of the gate. Nedrick wasn't aware of this, so it was not his doing, and he's just like, we don't care, let's just go. Sadly, since Zephyr is gone, the barrier is back, and Yuden can't go through. Then we go back in time, not in the time, we go to another place, so where Aurelius or Audric talks to Yuden. Yuden's like, I failed again, my sister gets stolen away from me again, blah, blah, blah. And Audric is like, yo, that's fine, don't worry, you're just do what you're supposed to do now. And he says he'll join the gang, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be our Gala unit this month in a few days, which is really cool. He looks really cool. And yeah, everyone apparently forgot about Audric once again. That kind of ties in with the castle story we had a while ago, where we actually learned that everyone keeps forgetting him. And that's really sad, honestly. So I'm not sure if it's the same Audric as we have seen in the old event, like that we can get for free and stuff. So really sweet moment happens where Audric tells Yuden that his father wanted to treat Yuden differently, or apparently not differently, didn't want to treat him differently because he wanted to treat him like all of the other siblings, but once he laid eyes upon the sweet, sweet child, he fell in love with it and just wanted it to be happy. Yeah, Audric then tells that Zephyr is still in a tree in a different place at the same time, something like that. We just cannot see her. Then we actually see Zephyr for a short amount of time, and she sees someone and is like, yo, what are you doing here? And it ends there, of course, because of course it does. And so yeah, I talked way too long about this. Wow, that was not a short summary at all. Well, I really loved this chapter. It was really cool. I'm super intrigued that Cygames is, I feel like they're trying to build up, they're really explaining what Nedrick is doing and why he's doing the things, and I wouldn't even say that he's going to have a redemption arc, because I feel like, did he do that many bad things? I don't know, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that at some point Yuden and him are going to join forces, because all of this built up as Nedrick just being like, yo, I just wanna survive somehow, and which doesn't excuse whatever he did. and Jin Lorda is just in there to have a good time, I guess. I feel like the biggest part of this, the biggest plot twist or whatever of this chapter, of course, is Audric. Although I'm not entirely sure how they want to explain all of this. Like, if it's the same Audric as we have seen before, then why even bring in the whole thing of having everyone forget about him? That's kind of weird. If he's not the same Audric, then I guess they should they still remember him? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, the whole situation is kind of weird. But hey, by the way, doesn't he kind of look like Sora from Kingdom Hearts in his limit form from Kingdom Hearts 2? Like, I feel like there's kind of similarity. That's why I had Sora on the thumbnail. Haha, I tricked you. And yeah, I feel like that was a really cool chapter, and it explained a lot. We finally know everything about what happened to the dead kid. Although I'm not entirely sure, and maybe I missed something. Please tell me in the comments below, because I feel like wasn't like the whole spiel that the soul of the dead kid got transferred into what is now Yuden? Then where did Nedric's soul come from? I feel like I'm missing something right now. I feel like I'm being a little stupid right now. But okay, I guess it's just me. But yeah, really cool chapter. Really enjoyed it. I'm 100% sure that the people that Zephyr sees at the end are going to be Mordecai and Ilya, because we know for a fact that they are in the current days. So pretty sure that's just going to be them, and so they will be introduced to the main plot, which is going to be cool. I love Ilya; she's amazing. And yeah, tell me in the comments below what you think about this chapter, what your theories are regarding Audric, regarding Nedric, and regarding who Zephyr saw. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I was kind of all over the place. I just got home from work, decided to sit down and immediately record, because why not? You know, because why not? And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this video of me rambling for 13 minutes. And subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me out a bunch, and it makes me super happy, and I'm very thankful for that. Join our Discord if you want to continue like talking about new story chapters and all of that. The link is in the description below. And thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!